Village Talk Show. Come one, come all to learn and grow. Welcome to the Village Talk Show. We discuss what people need to know, empowering them to learn and grow. We discuss what people need to know, empowering them to learn and grow. Give praises to Jehovah, from whom all blessing and knowledge will flow. Blessing and knowledge will flow. The Village Talk Show, dedicating to empowering the community to live a healthy, safe, and financially capable life, helping each one of us in realizing our dream at any age, any point, starting from today, day. Success. Come one, come all to learn and grow. Welcome to the Village Talk Show. Come one, come all to learn and grow. Welcome to the Village Talk Show. We discuss what people need to know, empowering them to learn and grow. We discuss what people need to know, empowering them to learn and grow. Success, if not spoken, it is done. Success is done. Come on now. The Village Talk Show. Talk Show. The Village Talk Show.
Hey, good evening, villagers out there. How are we doing? I'm glad you're able to join us on this Thursday afternoon. Big up to all of the villagers out there. So thank you for watching, viewing, and most of all, sharing and subscribing to our Village Radio Talk Show, where we're dedicated to empowering the community to live a healthy, safe, and financially capable life through education, helping each one of us in realizing our dreams at any age, at any point, starting from today. Hey, Andre, how are you doing? How's everything going?
What's good? I feel full. I say like 2 bowls of soup. So
Oh, I need a bowl of soup myself. Why didn't you offer me any? You're
I'll mail it to you.
not, no, don't mail it. You know,
I'm kidding. I'll
you,
bring some
yeah, just bring some. What kind of soup you had?
pea soup. Let's make
Peace.
some. Let's make some pea soup. 'Cause, I mean, throughout the school year, I barely cook. I barely cook any big food. So today I got some time. I was like, I'm just cook this up real quick. So feel full. You see it in my
Mm.
eyes. Yeah. How was everything?
Everything's all right, man. There's so many things going on. Ladies and gentlemen, don't mind my eyes wandering a little bit today. I'm supposed to be in Cooperstown. Those of you who follow baseball, King is in Cooperstown. They're in the playoff round right now. Out of 104 teams, they were ranked number 30, Andre.
Congratulations.
So right now they're at bat. Um, who's at bat? Grayson is at bat. So it's ball one, ball two, ball three, strike one looking. Let's see what he does. He scores 11-3. Us.
Oh, you're not there. You're
No.
not there today.
No. I had to come back. I had some issues,
Mm,
medical issues that I had to address. So
got you.
I came home to address them and hang out. So I'm home by myself.
Mm.
No wife, no kids. Well, no, that's not true. My oldest sons are home. My parents just ditched me.
Where
So
they gone?
they went to Queens to go look for. My dad went to go look for his sibling, and
Mm.
uh, my mother tagged along.
You said to not go along today.
Yeah, you know. But I mean, I couldn't have gone. So
Mm.
I
Sure.
couldn't have. I couldn't have gone. So I said, all right, I'll stick around because I have to hang out with my villagers today.
True.
Um, so I did that, and it was So I'm looking forward to enjoying our our convo. There's so many things going on. Um, so Grayson just walked. So
Graduation.
and he stole second.
Is it, oh, talking about the batting, baseball.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude, I'm giving everybody highlights. The score is 11-3.
mm,
So again, if
um,
it's 12-3 at the
hmm,
bottom of the
no,
or
me
in the
come
bottom of the fourth, so
on. Gonna be a top star,
if they score four more runs, the game's over.
and Grayson team gonna win.
Yeah, and they get an hour's rest.
Okay.
So basically, right now they're in the round of, I guess, it's win or go home.
Hmm.
I think, or there's some consolation for other teams or something.
It's a winner go home.
Yeah, but what it is like, um, so what it basically is like is the playoff round. So you do or die towards the championship. Now you might get a chance um, to go to the um, some level of consolation, but
What does that
it
mean?
doesn't.
What does that mean? Level of
So
consolation.
so teams, they get a chance to they don't they can't play for the championship, so they play for like um, a different round, right? So you like let's say if you go to a tournament, they guarantee you a certain number of um, games.
Hmm.
So if you get to those games, right? If you get to those games, um, right, you continue playing until you get to that number. But there are two ways to do it. So let's say they guarantee you 8 games, right? If they guarantee you 8 games, you have to play 8 games no matter what.
Hmm.
So you could be in the championship bracket for the 8 games, or you in the losers bracket for 8 games. But once you get to the losers bracket, you can't you can't um you can't become champion anymore.
So you opportunity to learn. So it's like, so if you lose a bracket, is there any possibility for you to get out
To
and
get
get
out,
into?
not in this tournament.
Oh, so you pretty much just have to wait until the next one.
Yeah. And so this is a big deal. So what happens is that there are, because there are 104 teams, you place in top 30, right? That's a big deal,
Hmm.
right? They lost 2 games. They lost 2 games by 1 run.
Hmm.
Um, and so that cost them. Um, yeah, so they lost 4-3 in one game, and then they lost uh, what is it? They lost 7-6 in another. That one they should have won because they were up. They were up in that game, and
Gotcha.
they couldn't seal the deal. It's 14-3 now,
Okay.
right? It's 2 outs. Johnny Buffalo grounds out to first baseman. Wolf scores. D'Souza advances to third. So one more run and the game is over.
All right. Now, while you keep abreast of it, let's look at what's going on. You see the Texas flood.
Wait, wait. Do I? Is that what I wanted to start with?
What do you want us to start with?
No, I'm thinking about that. Um, there's something that just happened. Oh, endorsement, right, from Mamdani,
Oh,
right? So basically, um, what I find is that that the Democrats, the reason why the endorsement by Adriana Espaillat, the congressman in the Bronx, the reason why I find that to be why I want to start with that for the mayor of the city of New York is that people have to understand that um, people are now falling in line. Democrats have fallen in line behind the incumbent because for this person, um, Adriana Espaillat actually uh, um, endorsed Andrew Cuomo in the
Oh,
primaries,
oh,
right? And now he's now supporting uh, Mamdani, and Trump actually just spoke out against Mamdani.
Adriana also endorsed Mamdani after previously backing Cuomo. So
That's
I
what
just
I'm saying.
okay.
That's what's making this race
Mm-hmm.
so uh so crazy,
Mm.
right? Um because you you it just basically show you how politics
For real, man.
is working.
It's like switching sides in the blink of an eye.
Yep. And that, but it
Crazy.
also shows that the Democrats, they're falling in line to support the
Who's
candidate. Um,
who's looking like they're about to do something or something like that.
well, no, as a Democrat. So basically, the Democrats are falling in line,
Mm.
right? That's what I'm saying. The Democrats are falling in line to to say, hey, um, if this is the candidate,
Hmm.
this is the candidate that we're backing. Period.
That
Now,
makes sense. Yeah.
the game is over. So the key issue is how many Democrats are going to support this democratic socialist, right? Because that's what it comes down to. How many Democrats are going to side with Eric Adams or who else is running in the general primaries? In the general election. Are they going to split?
Who knows? Yeah.
Like it's funny because I have I'm a moderate Democrat, so I'm actually not going to support Mamdani. I will be endorsing Eric Adams, right? That's who I'm endorsing for mayor. Um,
Hmm.
so am I like one of those Democrats who are not going to fall in line with Democratic policies because this is the candidate? Uh, because now one of the things we talk about a lot with the Democrats is how hypocritical they are, and they fall apart and they don't support each other. And so now I'm going to be doing exactly what I said that the Democrats do,
Yeah.
right? Good evening, good evening. Um,
Altisha. LTC.
Antisha, how are you doing? Right. Um, so that's what's a lot of unions have endorsed him.
Hmm.
So he's picked up a lot of endorsement, but not from me. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am not going to be endorsing Mamdani. I just think that I I believe strongly by economic standards that his policy is going to affect uh, landlords, proper tenant. Inflation is going to go up. The
And he's
middle
a
class is
and he's
going
a
to suffer.
he's a Democrat, right?
Well, he's not a he. Okay, so let me explain. There are people who may be Democrats or maybe Republican, but they are to the far right or to the far left. right? So if you're the far left, like the Green Party, the Working Families Party, the Democrats, the Socialists, those are all Democrats, right? You have the Libertarian, the Conservatives, right? They're all Republicans, right? The anarchists, right? They're all Republicans, right? Right. Thank you, Philbert. Right, but they fall under the Republican or the Democratic Party because there are only two major ballots in New York City. Now there are three.
Yeah.
Now you have the Working Families Party, you have the Independent Party, and you have the Republican Party. You have other parties coming up as well, but you are going to become Democrat. Really is the only party line that really breaks into two with the Working Families Party in New York City. In New York State, you have the Working Families Party, the Democrats. But they're basically, so when you go in to vote for somebody who's Democratic, it falls under the Working Families Party line as well. Right?
Okay.
So that's basically
Interesting.
my brother, more than you can imagine, will be voting for Mamdani. His politics is a politics whose time has come for New York City and beyond. No, it's not. Right? I don't agree with you, Delroy. His politics is not one that truly represents New York. That's the Bernie Williams, and that's why Bernie Williams failed. And Bernie Williams, I mean Bernie Sanders. Socialist ideals. This okay. So every party, in my purview, every party has a good for America. Every party, right? Not just the Working Families Party or the Democrat or the Republican or the Libertarian or the Green Party or our Independent Party or whatever, going down the line. Every party has something good because they have followers, right? Followers who believe that this belief is good. But just like with Trump right now, Trump has essentially put America in permanent debt, right?
When you say permanent debt, what do you
Well,
mean?
so his new policy,
The
one
big beautiful bill?
is going to affect his budgetary policies affect the economy. So it's going to lessen the worth of the American dollar. Remember, the stronger your dollar is, the stronger your country is under world scope,
Mm-hmm.
right? He essentially is making it bad. However, many people like his policies on immigrants, right? You get what I'm saying? Many people like his policies on the tariffs, but there's a reality to his tariffs. That's why
People,
people now who backed him are now backing out.
I mean, there's people who like his policies under taxes, but what about previous presidents in terms of, they talk about the deficit or the debt itself. I mean, every president has increased the debt. Every
Yeah, but
president.
not every yeah, because you have no choice.
Mm-hmm.
Remember,
Yeah.
unfortunately, let's click on this, right?
Oh, if pretty
Yeah,
much if it
and
becomes.
and that's the essential point of what I'm saying, because your economy cannot sustain a socialist ideal in a capitalist world without rolling it in. The one thing that people don't like is sudden changes. That's why now AOC is losing her power, right? Alexandria Ocasio Cortez is losing her power. She'll still be elected in Queens,
Mm.
but her national scope is less and less. That's why she could never run for president, because she won't win.
Why you said she wouldn't win exactly?
Because for the same reason why Mamdani will affect America.
Do you think
People look
it's
at their views to the far left.
she's too extreme? You would say.
Yes, and so is Mamdani.
What about Bernie Sanders? You think that was his thing too? Like he was too extreme?
Who?
Bernie Sanders.
Yes. See,
Mhm.
America doesn't have the economy capable. First of all, it's a capitalist society. So
Yep.
the major CEOs they're not going to cut, right? They're not going to cut their cost at the same level, right, as Canada, because Canada placed a cap on what medication can cost, which then placed a cap on how much the companies can cost. America is driven by capitalism, not socialism, right?
Well,
So the individuals who are charging these things, costing these things, are not people going to lose their jobs,
So
because
what?
there's no way. I hear you. Give me 1 second.
Mm.
There's no way I'm making $100 million a year, and you're going to put something into play that will now make me make 1 million. I'm not going to go for that. And that's what socialism does. Remember, socialism cuts wealth. It's going to affect the landlords. It's going to affect the cab drivers. Because again, think about it. If buses are free, why do I need to take a cab?
Here you go, the American worker.
There you go. Right?
So, mhm.
If houses are free, how am I going to pay the mortgage?
Oh, that's a good one. Burkina Faso with Abraham Troy.
Ibrahim Traore, you mean?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, get to the other. Finish what you were saying first before you jump on
right.
that.
So the fact is,
And no Etienne, we didn't touch on it.
so the fact is, if you're going to create things that stops people from advancing, remember, if I can't charge rent, how do I pay my mortgage? If I can't pay my mortgage, where's that property going to go? It's going to go into foreclosure.
So with that in mind, then right, because it essentially saying that things are gonna be how they are for the most part, with a bit of social changes or policies put in place, but it's like it's gonna help a certain amount. Then you have a regime change, and then there's like it's like we go back to like essentially 3 steps forward, then 3 steps back or 2 steps back, and then the 3 steps forward. You got those minimal progress, but there will always be the steps forward, the step backwards after making steps forward. What do you say to the people them who believe in the ideal that we're just gonna only go forward? I mean, we want a change in the culture. We want a change in this political system. What do you say to people who like AOC and Sanders and them? What do you
I think that you should cap medication. That's me personally.
cap it?
Yeah, cap it. Cap it at a cost. Right? Which means that CEOs can inflate their earnings. The difference between 1972, when Nixon took office, and now, when Donald Trump takes office, the average CEO salary jumped almost 300%. Right? The average worker salary, right, around the same phrase, basically increased about 10%, 10 to 15%. I'm not talking about the actual number. I'm talking about its value. right?
Mm.
Because back then a car, you could have bought a car for $2,000. Now that same car,
Can't buy for that.
right, or that same type of car is going to cost you 25, 30,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that person who's making $2,000 a year for that job is now making 25. So the increase is there, but a CEO who used to make 100,000 now makes $1 million, $2 million for the same job, right? Back in the days, there may be one, two, or three billionaires. Now, billionaire come 400. The United States lead the world in billionaires.
You know what I would say also is an impact of a lot of these things is that you do have a lot more people learning how to make the dollar work for them. You know, in learn how to invest in certain assets, but you also have, and I mean, studying about this since I was in college. I said the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Policies constantly put in place, so it's like it's just creating a more massive gap. You know, and really, I mean, a lot of what we tell people, especially young people too, is that they gotta make change with their votes. And sometimes they might just look at somebody else and see the person, like you just said, billionaires just come out of just like that. It's like, wait, what am
But,
I doing?
so the question is, do um, the average young person, does the average young person, or do young people own any people under 25? How many of them actually own anything
I don't think they're
major?
necessarily. I don't think they're necessarily thinking about ownership. They're thinking about survival and
Again, that's not
short-term
the question.
survival. Hmm.
The question is, where does ownership belong? To
Mm.
25, 18 to 25,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
or 30 to 50? Where does that belong?
the latter.
So the person who's asking for that's voting, yah, rah, rah, we got to get Mamdani in, they don't understand ownership
Mm.
and the pathway to ownership. Because remember, they're not trying to find how do I make buying a home more affordable. They're trying to get Mamdani to make rent less.
Mm.
It's different. A pathway to home ownership provides wealth. A pathway to decrease rent finds poverty and inflation.
But explain again. Sorry, explain again how he would find poverty.
If you think about it, right? If you own a home,
Mm-hmm.
that increase wealth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I rent, am I increasing any value?
No, you just paying the same rent. Well, I'm thinking if rent is increasing, then now that also eat away more of your dollars, more of what's in your pocket. But
It might, but why is it increasing? It's increasing because things don't go down in value,
mm-mm,
right? They don't go down in
inflation.
value,
It's also inflation.
whatever the reasons are. So let's say, for example, this cocoa butter, right? This cocoa butter right here cost $5, right? Something happened that makes this cocoa butter cost $8.
Mm.
The tariffs, the this, the that. The owner of the company is making it work and is seeing tremendous profit. Will the cocoa butter go back to $5? Yes or no?
I mean, it's less likely.
Not
Less,
less
less,
likely. It
very less
won't
likely.
happen. You might get a sale,
Yeah.
right? But they see the profit. So if the banks, if whomever is seeing the profit from their mortgage and their loans that they're giving out, and you lessen the opportunity for people to repay that mortgage, because now you're decreasing rent, the cost of life does not decrease. The cost of life increases.
Well, it
So if the
depends.
sauce, huh?
I'm 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 just being messy. I'm saying it depends because eggs were like $8. Now they went back down to like
But they're not. But they're still expensive. They're not back where they were.
oh man. That's what I'm saying. Like it's gonna go, the supply chain and all that.
Yeah, it's
But
going to
yes,
go
I
down,
get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I get what you're
right?
saying. I'm just
So
being
at the end of the day, I'm now
mm,
not able to buy this cocoa butter.
mhm.
Right? Before I was able to buy cocoa butter and give it to everybody in my family. Now it costs $8. Let's say it dropped back down to $7. It's still $2 more
Than what it was
than
originally.
what it was before, even though it's less than 8. So I used to be able to buy each of my 5 children one cocoa butter at $5. That's
Hmm.
$25. Plus
Yeah.
my wife would have her own, that's 30, and I would have mine, that's 35. So that's 7. Now it's $7. That 7 went from 35 to 49. At one point, because of tariff, it went up to 56. But now it costs 49. How many am I going to buy? Am I going to spend the $14 extra? And put that times chicken, times fish, times this, times that,
Yeah.
right? That's why his system is going to buckle the economy because there's no way to pay for it. Because the person who makes the cocoa butter has a formula that states whatever the price is that I pay for this thing, I need to charge 200, 300% in order for me to have a profit. So whatever the price is. So the tariffs and inflation make it cost me $3 and I need to charge 250%.
Yeah.
I'm now going to charge you $7.50 in order for me to be able to pay the light bill, pay the employees, pay the insurance, pay the rent, whatever he or she has to pay for, and pay myself. So I can't lower it. So Mamdani is essentially saying, I'm going to force you to pay this much. So what happened to this much? That covers your overhead or covers your salary or send your kid to school. What happens then? So that's where the problem comes in with socialism. Socialism is something that you have to move to.
Hmm.
For one, you cap CEO salary. CEO cannot make more than 30% of the business profit
What about
or whatever. I'm just throwing a number out there.
okay? Yeah, I mean it's quite a process that's involve a lot of understanding about the monetary system, Federal Reserve, and all of what they do.
Right.
Um,
Well, it's not the Federal Reserve is one thing because they affect inflation and the rate of inflation and they affect the stock market. But the overall pricing becomes an issue. How do
yeah,
you how do you keep pricing low or
if
prices low?
but they control money print. If you're able to print money just like that, you are an impact there really, and you also determine whether or not um you know interest rate go up down. You're looking at their mandate. They have two goals: to keep price stable and to make sure there's maximum employment. And one of the things that was just kind of like surprising to me really is that inflation has to go down for them to cut rates to make borrowing money cheaper. And if borrowing money cheaper, um a business could borrow that money at a cheaper price. Now they have enough money to hire people, and if they're able to hire people, they also might be able to pay more wage, pay people more salary. But if people are getting paid more, then people are going to end up spending more. And if people start spending more, now they put too much money in the economy because you need a certain amount of dollars to be going around. If there's too much, now you make it where in the dollar losing value. And so essentially the Fed would say, okay, we're going to increase interest rates now because people are spending too much. Gotta make it where people cut back on their spending. But if they're raising interest rates and people cutting back on their spending, they're also hurting the business who also borrow cheaper. So now what the business is gonna do now is say, well, I'm sorry, Johnny, I can't borrow. The money I'm getting is not as much no more, so I'm gonna have to let you go. And so you end up having the individual go, and so now you have someone losing job. But the
And what
Fed
happens
is,
when you can't lose job? You can't pay rent.
yeah, you can't pay, yeah. So
You can't pay rent. You can't pay mortgage. You can't pay for the kids to go to school. Right?
essentially people have to lose jobs so inflation to come down, right?
Yep.
Like, so
And people have to be unemployed for mortgage and everything else to come down
yeah,
or stabilize.
it's crazy, but it's crazy. And so like that's how you end up having people like AOC or Mam Donnie to the extreme, because I guess in a way, as you said it, maybe they're not seeing how to ensure, um like the example you give about the people who are like 35 to 50 and the ownership who owns things and all that. But even that in of itself is a problem, because it's as if to say the people who own, or the people who are, have so much more, what do you call it, I guess wealth in a sense, they have that um privilege, lack of a better term, trying to figure out a different term, privilege to be okay. Whereas if you don't have the knowledge or the privilege, then you kind of in the in the down, kind of in the depths, the down, the abyss of just struggling. And so
Right.
how does one get out of that? Well, you gotta get out of it by your own accord. um and also try and see how you can, I would say even try and see how you can also help the community getting that understanding to, and how everybody can rise up. And I think that's where the socialism comes to. But socialism also leans a little bit into a bit of communism, right? Everybody sort of like has that same means. It's a it's one of those things wherein you try it, may not work. Try, it's like when the education system, every time they bring in a new program and they only try for like a year or two, say it doesn't work and put in a new one. It's a constant ebb and flow of things.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so that's that. I guess, villagers, audience, what are your thoughts on that itself, right? Have you been keeping up with the Burkina Faso, um
I haven't kept up with all of it. So, Paul, if you want to add something,
or
um,
ATM?
let me see if the phone number is
It's on
working.
the screen too.
Um, so let me just pull it up so we can have a phone number so you can call in.
It's on
Here
the
we-
screen.
uh,
It's on the screen as well. 347-746-6598.
yeah, actually, let me make sure that the phone number is up. Let me do that right now. Right. So everybody can call in.
What do
Um,
you? I don't remember if we even talked about this the other day, but when Trump went on screen and really admonished Iran, but very much so Israel. I don't think I've heard a president.
no, I don't. Let's go back to Burkina Faso for a minute,
Hmm.
and Ibrahim Toure.
Hmm.
My person, the factual component is he's trying to make Burkina Faso. I've never really, um, I follow it, and honestly, I didn't even realize that um, Burkina Faso, the country, is in Africa. It's um, Andre. While I'm doing the phone number, you could just, I don't know. Can you pull up a map so people know where it is and put it on the screen? Are you able to do that?
It's right at it's in
No,
the
I
West
understand
Africa.
that we could tell them where it is, but I want to show them.
All right, let me see.
See if you can pull it up. Right. Let me just, people, ladies and gentlemen, you can call into our phone number, 347 what's that, 98 4698.
Mm-hmm.
Just call in. Andre's going to pull up so everybody understand. Um, Ibrahim Toure, it was a duly elected leader, one of the youngest leaders around the world, right? One of the youngest leaders around the world. Um, and he's not liked by the Western world a great deal, right? Because of his policies. His policies is basically Trumpian policy, but different, right? Meaning that he's saying, let's keep Africa's resources. Did you pull up? Can I make it larger and just point it out? Or do you have a mouse that can point it out?
It's right here.
Okay. So if you notice where it is, what is that country right here?
This right here,
No, below it to the
Ghana.
southeast. South.
So you got Benin, Togo, Ghana, Cote
No,
d'Ivoire.
coat. The coat.
Oh, Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah, like the Ivory Coast, right?
Yep.
So it's in between. It's surrounded by complete land, right? So to the north of it, to the north, directly right there is Mali.
Mm-hmm.
To the west of it, no, west. That's east.
Oh, West.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, this country right there. What is that?
You got Guinea. Oh no,
No, not there.
this is part of Mali. This is
Oh, that's
Mali.
part of Mali as well.
Yeah. You
And
got
then
Guinea over here.
to the south on the coast is
This
right
Ghana.
there.
This one.
Yeah, that's Ivory Coast. What's
Yeah.
this country next to Ghana?
Ghana, Togo,
Togo, and the one next to that,
Benin.
Benin, right? So it's basically enclosed by land, right? I honestly I didn't even hear about Burkina Faso until a few years ago, when Garcia kind of made me go to the track, and I saw this country with their flag raised up, and it's a very large country, right? If you look it up, I think the population is let me see if I can find it here. Population of Burkina Faso. Population of Burkina. Faso. The population is 23 million people, right? So it's a fairly large country. It's pretty much the population of New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Connecticut, right? It's very densely populated, and so this guy who was elected, he is basically saying that the resources of Africa or my country needs to stay in my country,
Yep.
and the first world countries who used to take out their resources are not happy with him. They want him removed. And to me, is another case like Libya,
Yeah.
where they spread Western ideals or European ideals, where Burkina Faso, Libya have some of the most intelligent people in the world, because education is accessible, which is the socialism that you're talking about, right? In both countries, right? In Libya, when you're born in that country, right, in Libya or in Burkina, you're given land. I don't know if in Burkina they're given land, but in Libya, you are. In Saudi Arabia, not Saudi Arabia, United Emirates, you're given land if you're born into the country, right? And so that negates capitalism. Capitalism say, I ain't giving you nothing. You got to pay for something. So why should I give you money for the birth of your children? Right? So Burkina is saying the gold, the this, the mines, the things, let's keep it in our country, which is what's similar to what Trump is saying. Trump is saying, right? Trump is basically saying that Pan-Africanism. Yes, that's the word. Trump is basically saying, pay the CEOs more. We're going to charge people for Americans using it so you can buy American products. But he's not capping anything. Right? He's not doing anything that would positively affect the people overall. He's like, Roderick owns a hotel and you must use American to build a hotel and American products. But the price of American products is significantly higher than Chinese products. So I'm going to put a tariff on China that makes their product more expensive than American products. You get what I'm saying? Burkina Faso is saying, keep the product in the United States. And so if Trump were to say, CEOs can't make this much money, lower the amount that you're spending, but charge people a significant amount of money for you to come into America, that's different. That's along the same lines. If you want to utilize our resources, you outside country have to pay for it. Trump is not saying that. Trump is saying Americans get richer, whoever is rich, and the poor people will suffer. And if you want to compete with these American people, you're going to pay these prices. You get you understand? So Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore becomes a threat to Western ideals because now I'm stopping you from mining my gold, stopping you from mining my silver, stopping from mining these resources that would make my country rich. So that he's a threat. Whether this policy is good or bad, that's a different conversation. And just like when the 7% of South Africans are complaining about reverse racism, but it wasn't racism when 93% of the Africans are black, but the 7% owns 90% of the property. So now the government is anti-white because now you're trying to give the black some economic wealth. Another example of that in America is called reparation, which America is not going to do. The Jews get it, but blacks don't get it.
What other groups get it?
I believe that's it. I think Japanese used to get it from when they were in concentration camp back in the 1950s, 1940s. But blacks don't get it. So
Would you compare what a lot of countries outside of the US, such as Burkina Faso, even as Libya had done it years back, or even Venezuela, not wanting America or France in their country, and they're saying essentially get out, right? So we can run our country and help our people. Would you say that America also does that to immigrants? Like, would you compare and say it's a similar thing or it's totally different? Like Trump is saying, not Trump saying, but Trump policy is essentially wanting to get immigrants out of America, legal, saying that they're doing all sort of nonsense, and rather have American people benefit.
The difference is that Venezuela is actually killing its people, right? It's actually killing its people and is committing crimes. Ibrahim Torre is not killing his people.
So let's look at, because I'm not saying about the killing. So let's look at just Burkina Faso then, in a sense. America, France, get out. Would you say that's as similar as how America is saying immigrants get out?
No, it's not the same because his perspective is, are you taking the resources out of my country? So I don't want your country to come and dictate the resources in my country.
Hmm.
Trump is just saying, I don't like immigrants. They got to go. I don't want black people here. I don't want Spanish here, specifically a certain country. I don't want Muslim here.
Is it a fear that it
Ibrahim
might get?
Toure is saying, I don't, what Trump is saying about I'm going to tax China is not because China is here. China doesn't have anything to do with our government. If Andrew Holness did that in Jamaica, that I want China to invest in and steal the resources of Jamaica, it would be similar. China is not stealing the resources of America. They're
So
competing. The difference is they're competing with America. They're
could
not
it be?
coming out like China takes Jamaican things and don't reinvest effectively in Jamaica. They take their resources, their money, and bring it back to China,
Okay. Could it?
right?
Would you say possibly then that, because you said, of course, that it's different with Trump and the immigrants. I just don't like them and all that. Over the years, we know that America go into other countries, really set up base and all that, but there's a sense of trying to maintain power, right? And so a leader, what's up, John? A leader in power essentially want to make sure that the country remains in power or have some sort of strength as they continue on. Could it be a fear in a sense where it's just like we got too many coming in? We got to make sure that we don't have them coming because they might end up, you know, it might be too
So
much. Because a lot of people talk about
Trump, Trump wants to make America white and
that.
upper class,
So what I'm
right?
saying, like, is it so? Is
So
it coming
he
from a fear?
can't remove. No, he's trying to remove birthright citizenship. Jamaicans, Haitians, people who bring their children here is looking to have a better life for themselves here in America. And the people who come to Burkina Faso are saying, hey, I'm going to come in, I'm going to buy these things, I'm going to take them back to my country to build up my country.
Hmm.
So I'm going to take away your resources. I'm going to leave your people degenerate and poor,
That's what it is.
and I'm going to make my country stronger. So even if a person do remittance, I send money to Jamaica, right, to build up a home or whatever, I'm still looking for a positive life here.
Hmm.
I'm not going to take my resources and send all of my resources to Jamaica, come up, take all of my resources, take American resources, right? Find a way to get all the medicine and take it to Jamaica. I'm going to utilize my medicine here, utilize the resources here, build homes here. I'm not going to take the raw materials, steel, and bring it to France to build up France and pay you little or nothing. Take out your resources, and that's what he's saying. I don't want to do that.
I think I mean, I agree. I agree. For the most part, I would say, you know, I'll, for
No, okay. So
for
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Andre. Finish up
I
because
was just
I
I
saw
was
Ben
gonna
have.
say if individuals or even like people who are patriotic gonna want to make sure that they still have that freedom. It's like that power same way, and so I'm gonna do whatever it is to make sure that this power is maintained for myself and my people, regardless if it's unfair. I'm just it comes from a place of fear in a sense. So I was just saying that that's what uh, America does really to maintain its strength. Is going to do whatever it can to maintain it, and it could be coming from a fear of not of being overthrown at some point in the future. That's all. But
All
go
right.
ahead.
So I disagree with you, Benev. Hello and hello, our village festivals. I forgot to say
Benev.
hello to you earlier.
Oh,
Immigrants come to
Benev.
America for a better life. Period. Right. So whether they are going to use welfare, whether they're going to follow through with people who utilize the system, they're going to try to make a better life. Period. There's a difference, right? So they might not work. They might go to welfare, which in that case you might say that's unfair, right? Because in my mind it is unfair. I'm not a fan of welfare system either. I think if you're capable of working, you should work, right? But um, but they're not here to take the resources here as a country, build up camps, build up the mines, because now whatever they take, they put in the plane and fly it back. They don't do that. They come here and they work on the mine. They come here and they work on the oil refinery. They come here and they work for big businesses. They work on the farm. They don't gather all the food from the farm, put it on a plane, and bring it to Mexico. That's the difference, right? That's the difference between that and what Burkina Faso is saying. If you're going to come here to work on the farm, then the food and the product, if you send it to another country, we should have our fair share. The people here should have their fair share, not take it and the people here don't benefit from it. There's a difference, right? And you're right. And that's just the world, right? People just don't do nothing. People sit on welfare for life, and you're sitting there, why are you on welfare? You're not handicapped, you're not disabled, you're not this, you're not that. You need to get off. There are a lot of people who utilize the welfare system, but they live here to make themselves better. They utilize it for their homes, they utilize it for food, for transportation, and for whatever. Right? So that's the point, Benev. I think it's different. Um, John, did you oh he froze.
Yeah.
Um, John Andre, in a different subject,
Mm.
a friend of mine said something I felt was so stupid.
Wait. You said it was stupid.
Yeah, it was. I think
Is it
I
something?
felt like it
Is it
was.
something to say on here?
Yes, yes. But I felt like it was so dumb.
Okay.
He said that what happened to the people in Texas is God sending Trump a message.
You know what? You know what? That's when you
Yo.
lose all credit. That's when you lose
Wow.
all
I
credibility.
agree, John. So I
Wow.
just throw it out there because he said all the evil things and what Texas was doing, now they're paid for it, right?
So your thing echoing, John, is like you have the show playing in the background too.
But
But
John, I agree with you, Andre. Let's John. And when John comes back, he could tackle the subject.
growing up at times I
It's
heard,
karma, by the way. That's what he's calling it. He's calling it
huh?
karma. He's calling it karma.
Growing up, a lot of times I've heard, the Christians say stuff like that too, right? Um, and then I just hear other people say similar stuff, and because I grew up Christian household, of course, so that's why I can refer to whenever you hear another religion speaking that way. Um, some I remember Port Royal, right?
Right.
Port Royal, I was, the part of Jamaica there in the southeast, and I've heard a lot of people talk about God. Port Royal was so bad, and the people were so bad there, and God just send the natural disaster, and that's so everybody just die and all that. I've heard people say it regarding Haiti as well, and it's just such a ludicrous, just man, ridiculous thinking. And it's like, they'll say, well, I gave examples one time. Someone may say someone got hit by a car, right?
Right.
You might hear someone say, well, if it's their if it says their kid, and the kid get hit by a car, they might say something like, well, God was ready for my kid, right? And it's the devil in the driver. I hear people talk like that, and I'm just like, what?
Mm.
It's like,
No,
so.
but you know what? Don't say anything. Don't
I
That's
say
what I'm saying.
anything.
It's just like, come
You
on.
know, you have people. I mean, these children, they were taking away people. I mean, do not say anything.
As of this moment,
You have nothing good to
121.
say, don't say nothing at all.
This is a moment where, you know what? Put all your differences aside, come
Yeah,
together,
that's
and
it.
help.
Help the people, man.
Mm. John, you sound like a busy boy. Your phone don't stop. Yeah, I agree. I think 121 people so far, and many more missing. A life is a life. A life is a, but he's not
Exactly. A life is a life, man.
right. He's not a fan of Trump and his ideologies, and he feels like this is a push for
I
him
can,
to.
I'm not a fan of Trump, but at the same time, I want him to do well for our country. It's the same thing. These people, who is, I didn't agree with Abbott did with all, but this is Texas. We come together as a people to
Yeah,
support people. Put our
Yeah.
differences aside, man.
like part
And
of
this is
his
what, and this is the message from our Father God. Irrespective of your political differences,
Come together.
this during the period of disaster, death and disaster, come together, work together, understand that your time on this earth is limited. Let's work together. Put all our differences aside, and let's behave, or let's act like we're brothers and sisters. We are our brothers and sisters keepers. That is the message from all of this.
Hmm.
you
I
know,
definitely agree.
I think part of I don't agree with his statement, but I hear his point, which is that he wanted to get rid of FEMA and FEMA policies, and now
But
he,
this is the way God just shows you. God shows you not. God shows you this is why it's important to have FEMA.
yep.
It's not a punishment. This is
Hey
this is
Jennifer, how
this
you
is
doing?
why this is why. What's up, Big J? This is why it's important that we have FEMA. This is important that we have disaster relief uh, structures put in place. That's the message from here. Not no. The message is this is how I would God says I can show you how important it is to have these things.
You know, I believe that I don't like when people associate God with negativity.
I agree.
Um, and so that's where I drew the line, but my heart goes out, like you said, John, irrespective of political ideology.
Uh-huh.
121 people is 121 people. Hey, my son is now in Albany. Both of my youngest son are in Albany with their mom. I don't want to get a news and there a lot of rain.
Right.
They were washed away in the flood. I don't want to hear that crap.
Right.
Um, and that proves blah blah blah. No, 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 no. There are over 1,000 children. There are 104 teams, and each team averaged about 12 kids a team. So we're looking at least 1,500 kids, and each kid brought in a family. And I'm going to give a family of 3, right? Because some had more, some had less. So you're looking at around 6,000
Right.
people. God forbid something were to happen. Whether my kid was saved or not saved,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to know that experience.
Nope. You don't. Nope. Not at all.
So yeah, I get that. Um, they're still looking for bodies. Am I correct, Andre?
I think so.
Right, because there's still people missing. Right. Um, I'm trying to get a quick read. They're
Yeah,
still searching.
still searching. Yep.
Right.
120. The death tolls at 120.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. So, Camp Mystic in Mexico, in Texas.
And they say more than 170 people are considered unaccounted for.
Wow, this is a big camp.
And you know what irks me out of all of this is, excuse the expression. I apologize for my profanity. That piece of shit, Ted Cruz. When we had the disasters up here, and he didn't want to give New York monies and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That he out of everything, that's the one person that irks the crap out of me.
Yeah, and now he needs uh now he needs that money,
Yeah.
right? So
Sad, man.
Sad. Yep. Sad.
um
You know, people, whatever you can do to help. I mean, they always have like finding organizations, so you can do your donations, whatever it is that you can do to help. It's always good.
um John, I was telling, we were talking about Cooperstown. I told you earlier. So now they're up to the number 3 seed in the tournament, uh, or the whatever, and
And
they are
they are
up 2-1.
Up 2-1.
Yeah,
Are they about to win?
no, it's not even close. It's just the bottom of the second.
Oh,
Yeah, bottom of the second. So, um, good luck to them.
okay.
This is very very excited for them. For those of you who are just coming in, my son is in Cooperstown, and they just won their last game, John. Oh, they won the game, John, 15-2, 15-3, and now they're playing their second game. But honestly, I don't think this pitch should.
doubleheader.
No, it's more than that. They keep so tonight. If they win, it's their last game for the night, and then they start again tomorrow.
I mean, they got a doubleheader today.
I wouldn't consider it a double header.
They played 2 games.
Yeah, no. I agree that it's a double header, but I wouldn't consider it a double header. Right.
Gotcha.
The reason why I'm saying that is even though it's 2 games, it's because they're playing until. You get
Gotcha.
what I'm saying? So they play until they get eliminated.
Mm.
So right now it's 2-1, bottom of the second. The other team has the bases loaded with 2 outs, 1 strike on the batter. So
Thanks for the play-by-play, man.
yeah, Um, the next big thing is that strike two. Nice job.
You want to highlight the financial stuff?
Go ahead. Go ahead. That's your
So,
segment. Take it away. I'm listening.
no, I'm saying with regarding the
No,
data
I know
that
what
we
you're talking about. I'm
collected.
saying go ahead.
So we collect data as of recently. In the last couple weeks, I've been just sending out for family to fill out a survey, and I'm putting the survey here again in the chat. So far, we've had a lot of people who are mostly interested in really learn how to invest and understanding investment strategies. So that's something that's been increasing just overall to across state, country, and all. But we're gonna have someone come on and really kind of give a short like minute lesson on some of these topics. So tune in, and the link is in the chat. So want you all to definitely kind of fill out that survey. Well, much appreciated. And part of our goal as a village is really helping people to live a financially free life. So, you know, help us out, help you out, complete that survey, and look forward to really having you tune in that segment.
As villagers, we are very much interested in financial literacy, um, and creating wealth. And uh, our guest will um, give us a better understanding of how to create better wealth and what to look at for ourselves, because we preach here on the village generational wealth, and we
Yep.
want that to happen. So if you didn't do the survey, or you like the survey, you do not access it from the link, reach out. And you know what, Andre? Do me a
Yeah.
favor, send me the link. I'm gonna put it on Facebook and ask people to fill it out as well. See if we get more and better responses.
All right. Roger that.
All right. So we send it out as well. I think it's kind of cool. John, anything exciting happening for you?
Anything exciting happening in Fort Greene? No, not really.
Not in Fort Greene, I said for you.
Oh, nothing normal. You know,
Mm,
just summer, waiting to see what's going to happen.
mm.
You
There's,
know,
some, there's something going to happen.
I mean, just talk about the politics. So you know what's big? Well, in a couple of weeks, they're going to have Brownsville Old Timers Day. It's a great opportunity.
Oh, I love
You
doing
see the old timers, yeah, from Brownsville come. I
I
mean,
love,
people 40, 50, 60, you know what I'm saying, 70, 80 years old, man, just coming out and just really coming together, man, and just celebrating just community and life. And I think that's what's so important that we have taken away from them. We are our brothers and sisters keepers. And there's no need to be at one another's throats and put all that crap aside. Let's just come together. It's like with that disaster in Texas, put all the politics, everything aside. These are human beings. These are God's creations. Let's come together. Let's
Yeah.
work together and save how many people we need to save, man. These are the lessons that God continuously gives us to show us that we are one. Stop trying to we have if we be open minded, if we had the opportunity to have a conversation with them, we will see that we all have things in common. You know what I'm saying? So it's just learning lessons, man. Constant lessons.
Nice.
You got that coming up. Then you got I think in August they have National Night Out working
Yeah,
with the
first
police.
Tuesday in August here.
So, today's the 10th, and before you know it, be August and September back to school.
Yep.
Yeah.
In some parts of the world, they start at August 1st, depending on
Right.
um, where you live. Um, I want to make sure before I forget too. Thank you for doing that, John. I forgot, ladies and gentlemen, in Brooklyn, if you have a camp or you have someone who goes to day camp, we're doing we're doing the youth happening. So bring your kids out. It don't matter what bar you're in. It's a field trip for kids from 10 to 4. If your kids have a performance they want to do, have them come out. That's at Pattygate Park. You could call 718. Andre, you could put that up. 718 Speak to,
3072.
yep. Ask about, you want information about youth happening. We provide lunch for your kids, home lunch. Uh, they're gonna have rock climbing, sports day, games,
Oh, wait, what's the event called again?
youth happening. So it's youth, and then happening is spelled HAPPEN apostrophe N.
Gotcha. And this is in Partygut Park.
Pattygate Park in Brooklyn. I usually tell people, hey, do right across the street from 4112 Albany, 4112 Farragut Road. Right. And again, or you could email to nfarah@cb.nyc.gov.
Say the email again.
nfarah, and
And
Farah, F-A-R-A, Farah. Her first name is Naushin.
oh,
Last name is Farah at cb.nyc.gov.
that's
Also, you could email the same person. There'll be a conversation around the park on August 16th, around parks and beautification. And there's going to be something happening at the park for people to come out and enjoy themselves.
say the date again for the youth
What's
happening again.
happening is Thursday, August 7th, right? And then August 16th is then August 1st, John. We're co-sponsoring and collaborating with the Yard to have a back to school event. So your kids can uh, contact you can contact N Farah. She connect you with the right person with a back to school giveaway. Have your kid register, can get a book bag with supplies in it. Come get some food, entertainment, music, all day. We're closing off the street between Brooklyn, between Church and Linden. And then, just come all day, August 1st, Friday, August 1st,
All
and
right.
enjoy yourself.
So quite a amount there. Let me see. All right. Let's post this here. Boom. All right, and then I just post that one too. Didn't spell it right, but Partyget. That's such an interesting name, Partyget.
Mm.
All right.
All right, let me see. 718-3434. Youth happening August 7th, Pattygate Park in Brooklyn, right across the street from 4112 Farragut Road. Email Farah and Farah. There's no H in Farah.
Oh, it's just okay.
ADM Farah.
So
Um,
All right, brothers. Roger.
yes,
From
I'm gonna.
Billington.
Yes, it's actually 9 o'clock on the dot. Any birthdays that I miss, happy birthday. I apologize for that. And big up. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July weekend. Just enjoy.
all right, fam.
All right,
All
my
right.
villagers. Until next week.
I
Have
thank you everyone for
safe.
watching, joining, participating on The Village. But most of all, please press the like button and make sure you share with other people, and do subscribe to our YouTube channel. God bless each and every one of you, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.
All right. Peace out, village.
Peace out.